Good evening, everyone. This is Tessanne. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's go ahead and finish out this expedition. We'll load it up. See how many more accidents we can have. I adjusted my mic. Hopefully I got the sound issues fixed. I'm still having complaints that they cannot hear me. So the only setting I could find that I could increase, I increased, and I got the microphone stuck right up in my face. I hate that people are having trouble hearing it when I spent so much on this stupid mic. Alrighty, here's our little geck with this trash can lid head. Let's go find our truck. We'll get in it. We'll look at the expedition and what exactly we need to do. So we hit escape and go to expedition. We're done with 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look, we can collect the reward. Ooh, we got mechanical legs. Should we put them on? Let's put them on. So let's get out. Push E. I'm going to push Z as in zebra. Go to the exocraft. Left click on it. We need 5 metal plating. Using D, where it says build, change craft amount with A and D. We're going to hit D and go 1, 2, 4, 5. Escape. Whoopsie. You didn't see that on my screen. I pulled up a Windows window. Okay, we're going to hit Z as in zebra. Left click. Now we can build it. Let's go around and call our exocraft with the first screen. There she is, or he is. Then we're going to modify. Running gear, I would assume. 5. Oh, I thought that was double track, so it must be 8. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Save changes. I'm gonna get in and get off. Get out. Hit E. We're gonna run back over to this and we're gonna push zebra again. And if you look down here, select parts, edit placed parts. Well, we have placed that, so we're going to hit C. And then at the top, you can move, change the color, duplicate, or delete. Well, we want to delete it, so we're going to hit X. Now it puts the parts 100% back in our inventory, and as long as you don't spend them, you can place it again. Alrighty, so we're done with 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're on 5. So we need to collect 2 more irradiated, which are, I believe, the green. And 9 more. No, 8. 9 more. 7 more, God. Don't do math in public. Oh, look, we can collect that reward. And if you've had enough of your screen being stuck, you can push tab and it'll skip it. And you'll still see it there that we got 160,000 units. And I don't think, and I maybe got nanites. Don't know. So the next thing. So we need to get 7 of those, 2 of those. We've already came to the checkpoint. Now we need to take 5 at least, but we need wow. On my other playthrough, it's yeah, this one's the green one, right? Oh, well, let's go see. Yeah, that's the green one. So we need 7 of these. So let's pull the truck over. Now in our last playthrough, we pulled this out and it seemed like it was steadier. Throughout most of the expedition, a lot of the updates had to do with adjusting these legs getting caught on everything, but they don't seem to get caught now. Oh look, we've got a lot. There's 3 right there. We don't quite have what we need, but there's 6. We need 7. So let's put these in our truck. Get the farthest away first. We have to turn in 5. Alright, we need 2 of these puppies. Put this in the back of the truck and see if it keeps stuff in. So we have our 5. Let's throw in a couple extra in case we lose them. We don't need any explosive ones. We're finished with it. But we'll take some anyway. Let's hit up the save beacon again. Oh, that's not what we want. We want that. Alrighty. I don't see any tires. Normally there's tires laying around and they just seem like they help keep things in. But I do not see any. If we see any away, maybe along the road, we'll get them. Gotta remember to lean up close to the mic in case you can't hear me. It sure looks neat, doesn't it? Alrighty, let's hit X and go to our thing. I don't see a processing. Hopefully it's nearby. $11 minutes is acceptable. Now we can hit F and hold it down. So we didn't install something here because we should have the ability. Maybe we didn't install it here. Yeah, we should have the ability to hit, hit C. That's what it is. I was trying F. So when you hit C, it will scan. And in the exit craft, it will find, oops. It will find, waste. And let's go ahead and take these. We need the green ones, but we'll take them. These are probably going to be in our way now. Let's move them out of the way. I'm going to put that in the back of the truck to hold stuff down. Now, we had a funny bug happen to us in, oh, see, look, stuff fell out already. Not important stuff, but we still want you to stay in the truck. I'm not sure if I saw more than one thing fall out. No, looks like that was it. At least that's what we wanted to fall out rather than our goodies, right? I swear this guy is so short that he just either goes too far or not far enough. Oh, that's good. Hit C again and look for some goodies. Hopefully we can find one or two more green ones. It seems like whenever I start off on these, it's dark and I always fall in the hole. Alright, again, it looks like it's a yellow one, but we'll take it. Green ones. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh look, remember that? We've never seen one of those before. When you get items like that, you can let's move that up. So that should have went in our exit suit. There it is. So you just dismantle and it gives you something. It gave us emerald. which is nice because it doesn't look like there's any nice goodies in there. We got around it without getting stuck on it. Cross your fingers, it's a green one. Otherwise, oh, darn it. Good boy, you stayed in. It's a red one, not a green one. I want to stay in the flattest area for as long as possible. No toxic in that one. Where's the rest of them? Isn't there another one right by here? There is a tire, though. Let's put that in the back of the truck, maybe hold stuff down. Is there anything else big that might hold stuff down? Not really. Yeah, that's pretty big, isn't it? I lost it, though. Pretty big. Yeah, maybe that'll hold stuff down. Do another scan because I thought that there was some right near here. Oh yeah. I don't have advanced mining laser yet. No, I do not. My goodness. Yeah, there's no... Whew, you see that? I almost dumped it out. What do you think? You think it feels more secure? You should be shooting, if this is a play, it's going to become a new play for you, so you want to be shooting as much of this stuff as possible, of the basic mats especially, oxygen, carbon, condensed carbon, sorry I couldn't think of the name. I film late because after my husband goes to bed, and a little bit of brain dead is usually going on by then, but it is what it is. Oh, we like you. You should get back in the truck. That was hardly a hill at all. I don't know. I kind of think the tracks are better. Let's see. Let's get on a flat spot and put the tracks back on. See what we think. Oh no. We can't do the tracks because everything will disappear in the back of the truck, I think. So we are committed. We could take everything out of the truck. And you'll always get more if you shoot it than if you run over it. And running over it and getting items is new to this update. Used to be in an extra craft, if you ran over an item, it just destroyed it and you didn't even get anything for it. Now when you run over it with the upgrades, you have to put the upgrades in. So if you ignore this save and you start a brand new save, which this, you know, is a decent save, so I would make this my new main save, simply because you're going to start off with quite a bit of money, quite a bit of nanites, and as if all of the tutorial is already over, so you'll have all the upgrades for your starship. Yeah, I just really think these legs make it bounce around more. Then again, it just could be the terrain is icky. It is the fifth milestone, so it, like all games, should progressively get a little harder. But using as your first save, if you're a new player, using the expedition save, this is a mild expedition in terms of normal reward, in that how much money, the ability to get planes and stuff like that, because you never leave this planet. Most other expeditions you're flying all over the place. This one, they wanted to showcase all the upgrades to gameplay. I mean, they've done, in 2025, they did some massive updates to this game. It had already surpassed what it had originally promised years ago in terms of what they promised. I mean, we're way past what they promised 5-6 years ago. I would say even 7 years ago. It was within the first couple years that they brought out more than was promised. And I think that they have completely reworked No Man's Sky in terms of better everything. But I think that they have reworked the whole game to be able to, our weapon charge is depleted. So we'll put in some condensed carbon because it's the least amount. See, it's 160 carbon. 54 condensed carbon, but we need that to breathe, so we're not going to use that. This is underground, this is above ground, I believe. But they far surpassed what they promised. And I think they completely reworked No Man's Sky so that they could have a constant beta test of light, no fire. Now, I don't know that for sure. That's my opinion. Oopsie. Come back here, you runaway. I don't have no idea what way it went. There it is. That's my opinion, that I think that's what they've done, is they've reworked No Man's Sky to be able to completely test light, no fire, and just get every marker. Where'd that puppy go? Oh, there it is. And if they aren't, they should. That would be the smart thing to do. Because it's more than likely going to be a procedurally generated world, because that does the less stress on a player's computer when the world is procedurally generated. Oh, goodness me. Oh, what are you doing? Goodness. I think it has to do with it being magnetic. Now, where'd that go? And I'm looking forward to Light No Fire. Every time I watch the video for it, I see something I didn't see before. Something going on in the background. When you're going over a hill, if you just let it go slow, it seems to keep going for a while by itself without... Of course I fell in a hole. Why wouldn't I fall in a hole? Another thing is, because there's a lot of toxicity going on this world, it makes your exosuit have more oomph. And so you kind of fly higher than you normally would. Get as close to the hole as we can. Let's see if we can... No, maybe it's dry. So we can see down in the hole. Oh wow, it's down there deep, isn't it? Alright, what's shooting us?
Thermal protection falling.
See if we can manipulate this a little bit. So I'm hitting the mouse scroll wheel, and I want to put it to my, okay, that's where you start, but if you hit the mouse scroll wheel, you can create, and whoops, I hit it, create. That's what I'm trying to do, is create a little deal where I can maybe, but it's not working. See, I can't see down in there like I want to. Play with it a little bit more. Oh, I want to create. It's the same issue. You can't see. Down there and be able to get our gun to that's funny. Let's blast a big hole out of the side of the wall. Let me get a drink. So we're gonna hit terrain manipulator. We're gonna shoot, and we're gonna make a big ball. See if we can just run up the side. Ooh, this is a big cave. That didn't work out how I wanted it to at all. There we go.
Life support power low. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Toxins detected.
I'm just making this worse.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
It doesn't help that this guy's little legs don't want to work around anything. I don't see it as a girl. I see it as a boy. This could go bad as it's this explosive, but we'll see. Like everything. I think that came back down in. Can't find that toxic thing. Seems like we have more of those than when we started off with. It was 1, 2, 3, 6 at that. Oh, it looks like we did lose one because there was 2 of the canisters and 2 of the. No, there was only 1 canister. There was 2 of the canisters and 1 chest of the green. So. Oh, you know, before I put all that stuff back in my truck, I should have switched it, but... There it is. If we have another mishap, we'll do that. Thank goodness. Sounded like that took off, didn't it? Yay, road. Oh, it didn't last long, did it? Come on, be a green one. No, it is a red one. We only need one, so let's turn these in before we have a mishap. And let us save. I pulled in one time in another playthrough and they all exploded. So if we save and if that happens, maybe we can reload. Goodness me. All right, we got our 5. Ooh. I think we picked up an extra one along the way. Because that'll be 6. And that'll be 7. We most certainly did. In our mishap, we picked up an extra one. So that's the end of the expedition music, folks. So now we need these. Yeah, right. We need 2 of these. Somehow I'm still the expert, even though I'm a bad woman driver. That's the sound of the end of the expedition. Now, for a new save, it acts a little weird. So, because it's a brand new save and you've never been to the Anomaly, if you were doing a regular playthrough, what's going to happen is when you accept all of your milestones, so we've got it looked like there was there's an award to collect here in 4. Now we could sell everything, but let's not do that. Now look, we can see our spaceship. See that? That's our starship. Now let's look at it. Yeah, see, it's broken. So here, what we're going to do is complete phase 4. That was weird. It let us complete phase 4 without having collected all the items. So we got that one. We got 16 sack venom. They sell well. I believe you can also use them in advanced trade skilling, but we're nowhere near there. This is a brand new save. Now, if you've ever played No Man's Sky before, you know that you start in the tutorial and you have to figure out where you're at and how to work all your stuff and how to fix your spaceship, and then you fly up and people start contacting you, and then somebody contacts you and says you left them all alone and all of that. So what happens in an expedition save that starts out as a brand new save, it starts you off as if you've already done all of that, and this is going to be your spaceship. I don't believe you'll have the first spaceship that you get in the game, but you're going to replace that immediately anyways. And then it starts you off as if you've done the total deal. You've got your spaceship. You have the ability to create a hard drive, which I didn't know. And I was really directing my friend, who is a brand new No Man's Sky player, completely wrong. Alright, so let's collect the last reward. And what happens, which is different in this one, is you stay in the expedition. Normally, when you collect the last deal, it completely says expedition's over and it closes out and it becomes a normal save. You're in this star system just like you were before, but the expedition is in a separate iteration of this star system. So you are now in a normal save, but you can't see any of the people who are still running the expedition. Even though they're the same star system, they're different iterations of the same star system. But this one's a little different. We are actually still in the expedition, even though it's ended. Although I haven't collected this one. You collect all of these, and then at the end you collect this one. I haven't collected that one yet. Now let's go get our spaceship. Now we're going to have to repair our spaceship because it's broken. Oh, it's an ugly puppy, but that's okay. We have 11 million units, but we also have a whole bunch of stuff that we can sell, which I already sold, I believe. No, maybe. I'm doing 3 playthroughs, so I kind of got them confused. So now we got to get out and we got to fix our ugly, it's a hauler. which haulers are nice because they have the potential for 48 inventory slots in the cargo. So we can, so it won't give it to us until we're out of the playthrough. Now we can make, whoops, we didn't need that. We just needed that. What are we missing? Chromatic metal. I think I sold everything, but that was probably a mistake on my part. Because I had planned to get rid of this save, but I still need to be able to show you how to emerald, that's what would be right there. I need chromatic metal because I believe I sold mine. How far away is that? 59, good deal. I need chromatic metal to make antimatter. I have a little bit of emerald, but it won't make enough. Hello, Exocraft, you need to stop. Seems like the Exocraft is moving, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. Must have went in the Exocraft. Doesn't seem like we went that far away, does it? We only went 49 units away, but that seems a lot farther. No problem other people were having is multiple people's starships were on top of each other. And so they were having trouble getting their starship. We still don't have enough. Oh, it's in the... It's in the, There we go. Oh, look. The starship's miraculously repaired, even though we didn't repair it. It's crazy. A minute ago it needed to be repaired, but I guess we'll just need to go back because we need to take all the stuff off our Exocraft. That is important. So what we want to do, let's see, let's take these, let's take this, let's take this, these, I guess these should stack with what we already have in our exosuit. What is this? We can put 12 things in our starship, so we can pretty much take everything to the space station. Isn't that nice? That's only because I sold. You probably will not have that problem. Now, I'm going to fly to the space station, which it is always that yellow ball. So line you have a middle, there it is, little radar, and hit E, and it targets it, and then hit the space bar, in case you've never flown before. I have taken this whole expedition as if you are a brand new player and you do not know what you're doing. And then you had a little bit of my ineptitude of falling in holes. But that was part of the expedition, is the complexity of getting your cargo to the turn-in without it destroying itself or you losing it. Now, this is a good star system to start in because technically you couldn't get to this star system. I'm going to go ahead and complete the expedition. When you hear that sound, that's somebody wanting you, and they want to trade with you. We know 2 of the words that we learned. I don't quite understand their meaning, but it seems like they want to trade. So what do they have? And it's pretty inexpensive, but there isn't really anything that we would want. But let's sell that geode. And really nothing else we want to sell. What are we processing? A nutrient processor to generate edible products. Well, we'll do that and see what happens. So he's gone. Now we can go back to our path to, you have to find it again because the ship probably got turned around when we stopped to talk to him. Now, for all purposes, the expedition's over. Now, to get into the space station, sometimes people have trouble. Look for that blue or red. Sometimes it's red if you're in a pirate system. And then this is the first time you get to the space station music in any iteration that you play. And you'll go in the space station. And you'll land. It tells you, and everyone kind of thinks that they don't give you information. They do. It's just people don't read it. They say, what is that? And click off of it rather than read it. But anything you need to know is always in that bottom right hand corner, and if it's not in there, it's under log. Here's your primary missions. And here's your secondary missions. And usually whenever you're on a planet, you have this exploration guide. And if you finish it, you get extra nanites. But we didn't finish it. So we want to go up top, and we want to get the exocraft upgrade. And I think you should put it in technology because you need more in technology. And I always look, okay, this is the exocraft guy. There's 3 guys up here. There's the exocraft guy, which is usually by the exosuit upgrade. There's a multi-tool guy. And all of these things, some of them give you things. There's always a little money. See right here, vulnerable server. So we got 13 units. So there's always a multi-tool guy, an exosuit guy, and across from him is always the multi-tool guy. And so you read what he has to say. We don't speak their language yet. We want to purchase modules, and what we're looking for is that one, like that's upgrade to the mining greed, the scanner module. That is the one that you always want to get because it makes you don't know what it is until you install it, and sometimes they're crap. But you also sometimes want to look on the floor. Sometimes there's they look sort of like that, but they'll activate when you come near them, and they give you navigational data. Sorry, I couldn't think of what it was. So we have too many now, and so 7 to floral and 6. So that one is better than that one. So you just hit the middle mouse button and destroy it, and it tells you that down at the bottom of the window. See, dismantle, and it'll give you 40 chromatic metal and 1 wiring load. Okay, so there's no more nanites up here, and once you've built enough faction, you can go up to this guy, but we don't have enough faction, and they'll give you free stuff. See, say how it's collect free supplies. It'll be 3 starship launch full. Sometimes it'll be suspicious packet of goods, and that's going to be stuff like gold, tritium, and you can come up here, but you have to build a faction with them. And you can donate, like I could donate that and build faction, but I don't want to donate that. I want that. I need it to build our base. There is a navigational data up there. And I do not see any more. I was hoping I could show you to look on the floor for little spots like that. It'll have navigational data and nanites. But all of these things usually have a little free money. But that's really everything we need here. We need to, before we leave. Now you could actually, I believe, let's go out to space and see, but let's get in and out of our spaceship because that saves your game. See, restore point save. But anytime before you log or change anything, get in and out of your ship or in and out of your exocraft, or put down a save beacon in itself. So we've ended the expedition. It's complete. We've collected everything. See, it says expedition complete. So congratulations. I believe we should be able to call the Anomaly. So we can call the Anomaly, and you could go in and you could collect all your rewards. But and how you collect your rewards. If this was an already activated save, you could go to the Expedition Terminal. But the Expedition Terminal is not going to do you any good because this is a brand new save. And the Expedition Terminal is behind the Nexus. This is called the Nexus, and this is where you come and get your daily missions there at the Nexus. And you can get 450 Quicksilver a day. So complete the current expedition. Well, we have completed the current expedition. So this is, like I said, different from, we've collected all of these. And we've collected all of these. Oh, we missed one. Sorry, I was leading you astray. Now that we collected that one we haven't collected, the expedition ends and we get the base computer. Now, I recommend before you leave this star system, if you choose to live the star system, because technically, if you were to try and fly here, you could not, because you do not have the ability to fly to green star systems, and this is a green star system. So to collect your rewards, there's the Nexus. Here is the expedition terminal, which from now on, if you want to take this save into an expedition, when the next one comes up, you can come to this terminal and then you can start the expedition from here. But this is a new save, and so that's why none of that information is here. And you can put up to 25 items for you to collect on the expedition and 10 technologies. And technologies, these are items. You can put 25 items, and these are technologies. You can put 10 of those. I believe it's 10. So from the Nexus or the expedition terminal, there's our ship. There's this guy right here. And if you did the Twitch rewards, you could collect your Twitch rewards here. But I have 1,000 hours of playtime, so this is so I have access to all of those. And then you can also collect your expedition rewards, and sometimes they give out free things, and I actually got this as a free thing, and so it's available to me if I wanted. It was a special reward, and because I did it on my account, all my saves have access to it. But we want to collect expedition rewards, and I have to go all the way to the bottom because I pretty much, you know what, it's kind of weird. Oh, that's the Corvette. There is one expedition I haven't done right there. The very first expedition, complete expedition 1. I never did that one. I did everything else. Okay, see, so we already got that. We got the camouflage finish. We can now make the thing toot toot as an emote. I'm looking, I think it just automatically gave me all of the armor, but you cut right here, it is. For some reason it's collected all this stuff for me. I don't know why. That's not normal. I guess because we completed the expedition. So you can have that, you have access to all of that. To do the armor, you would come over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I like to be an anomaly. And my body shape, I always do 3 because it's thin, and I like the first helmet. And I like, what is that? Torso. Let's go the first one. Armor. I like that one. There's all different kinds, and one of them is the reward, which is going to be there. That's the reward, is this armor. So on the head is going to be the helmet. Living Stone, Skyborn helmet, Wayfarer's helmet. That's the helmet. Isn't that what it's called, Wayfarer? Heirloom. Okay, so we want the heirloom. Skyborn, Living Stone, Boundary, Deep Sea, Titan, Brooding. I don't know what the helmet should be. Heirloom, right? I think that might be it. Because I don't see heirloom. Does that look like that matches? It's kind of steampunky. So our armor we want to be heirloom, which it is. Our gloves we want to be heirloom. Our legs we want to be oh, look at that. Our boots we want to be heirloom. It's really steampunky, isn't it? Our backpack is, these are the jetpack trails. Backpack style. I'm thinking Skyborn is jetpack, wing pack. I'm thinking Skyborn is the banner. So you got a new title for this expedition. So it was we need to go all the way to the end, I would think. Bulldozer Tessan. And then you can change the color. You can go, like I like to be the Anomaly. So, wow, that is not what I did, is it? I'm gonna do it all over again. Alright, body shape, head, we said, oh look, no, it's not Wayfarer. It has to be the last one, so it has to be that one. Torso, we want the heirloom. Armor, we want the heirloom. Gloves, heirloom. Legs, heirloom. Boots, heirloom. Yeah, it's real steampunky. And I think it's the Skyborn. I don't know. And then you can customize the color. I like the white and gold and black. I think I'm gonna leave it that. I kind of like that. But I mean, you could go green. Go to the torso and you could go green. But I'm kind of digging the white there. And we can look up. It's kind of steampunky. But look, we're no longer the gang. So now the expedition is over. So you go in your ship. Now it would have ended before you came here. Now you have the ability to build a hard hyperdrive. So you need to build. You also have some abilities that you didn't have. You need to build a computer chip. I think it's 5 computer chips. Yeah. So we need to see what we can repair in our ship. We can compare a little bit of it. You just click on it and right click out and And this is a little bit more messed up than your starting ship if you were to have just started a new save. So we need 4 of these so that we can make 4 of these. So that we can put 5 in here. Now, if you don't like the idea that you can't come to this star system because it's a green system and we don't have that hyperdrive, now the game is going to give it that, but I would still suggest, because you can always teleport to your base. Now, in this star system, if you look under discoveries, all the planets are discovered so you can touch them and see what they are, and they're mostly all bad. We were on this one, Lost Star Major. It's a barren planet. It was pretty rough, but this is a paradise planet, and it's really pretty. So I really suggest that you go here, find a nice place to land, and put down a base. And that's what we're going to do. It's the only planet with rings. So when we get out of this window, look for the planet with rings. Just cycle around and look around. There's where we were. Let's get on the other side of the anomaly because it's kind of blocking our view. I hit the space bar. That looks like it would be pretty, but it's a doomed planet. So we are looking for the planet that looks like Saturn. I think that's it, but yeah, see, Paradise Planet. The rings are kind of hiding because they're going the opposite way. So I like to be in water. But let me show you a secret. In the middle of your screen, now in your starship, I'm in first person mode. But if you hit X, and I like to be in first person mode because that's showing me, see all of those things in that ring right there in the middle? Those are buildings. And so it's showing us where those buildings are. And so that's kind of good. But you can also play in third person mode. And the way you do that is you hit X and you go over to the gear, you go up, and that would put you in third person mode. But you lose the cockpit. And I like the cockpit, so I'm going to put it back. Because the cockpit will show you where buildings are. So we're going to hit the space bar. And we're going to fly towards that planet. And in your cockpit, it also tells you that's somebody or something who wants to trade with us. So you hit X and left mouse click. And then we know 1, 2, 3, 4 of his words. Entity research of... We really don't speak his language, so we need to learn language. So we know what these entities are saying to us. Okay, he's offering us an opportunity for something that's worth a lot. And if we had a convergence cube, which is like goodies to them, the Korvax, we could have traded that. Uranium is easy to get, so let's give him 300 uranium. And then he gives me the relic, and it could be trash, or it could be worth a lot of money. It's trash, 217 units. But, you know, it's a crapshoot. But we got a historical document that can be used, and for some reason, it turns you around. And we've gone over our hour, I know. We were on a trajectory to that planet, but it turned us around when we interacted with that ship. So, back we go. And I like to be on the water. So you can go, and that green area, if I'm not mistaken, is water. It's a really pretty planet, and it's also a planet that has the new flora and the new animals. See, you can see the ring now. In the game they call it flora and fauna. So we're going to come down, and it might look like weird because it's water. There you go. So those are message balls that people have left. And we can start hitting C and it will locate buildings. But we came out in the middle of nowhere in the water. So I'm a sort of expert flyer. So I'm going to go back up because I want to go where there's more land. So the land in the case of this planet is going to be the black. So that looks pretty good right there. So we're going to fly in. Still not a lot of land. Let's look for a building with a C. See, we're still sort of out in the middle of the ocean, and you might like that. I like to sort of be near buildings. So I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to try again. See, that's all water, so we're going to go over there. And also, you can see there's a light part and there's a dark part. There's one half of the planet is in daylight and one half of the planet is in dark. Yeah, this looks like a lot of land. And it has all the new flora. It has a animal that looks like a walking plant. So C will tell you where a building is, so will those little things sticking up. And there seems like over here. But it doesn't matter. Just find a place that seems pretty and land. We've built the hard drive. So I think right here is good enough. And you press E to land, W to take off, E to get out of your ship. Ooh. So what we want to do, you know what that is. Hit G. Oh. If you hit F, it'll tell you about the planet. The Sentinels are irregular patrols, but we just so happen to land where there's a stinking... So what you want to do is hit Z, and you want to put down a base computer, and it takes 30 chromatic metal. And then you got to check. It's going to check to see if this is a suitable place. Hold on one second. I'm filling up my water. I take a medicine that makes me very thirsty. So you just keep hitting the left mouse button and it makes the stuff. And it says that a search reveals that there's no prior claims. So you want to claim the base. It goes up in the air. You take opportunity, you might see a building. So it comes back down. And we have now have a base. and you can build out your base. You have the ability to put down your Colossus Geobay. And he's on that other planet, so we want to call him. And then he's here waiting for us. We can also build, not much, but we can build the base computer. And so now all of this stuff, we can electrify stuff. We can build that because in the beginning we learned that. But whenever you have a base computer down, you can teleport to it. So we can always teleport back here. So the first time you go into space, the first thing that's going to, oops, that's not our spaceship. The first time you go into space, the first thing that's going to happen is the main quest line is going to begin. So let's go up into space. Now if you hit X immediately, you can jump out of here so that you can get the main quest line. And if you do that immediately, it'll happen before the main quest line. And we don't have any fuel on our hyperdrive, so we're going to have to go back. And it may trigger the quest line, but we're hoping it won't. So we want to put some fuel in the hyperdrive. And we want to jump out of here and jump to a yellow planet. And a yellow planet, that's a dissonant planet. We could get a fancy ship if you go there. But that looks like a yellow planet. No, it's an emerald planet. That is a yellow planet. That is also a Korvax planet. If you hit R, we don't have any advanced scanning capabilities. But this is a Korvax planet. It's a water planet. So you just keep right-clicking off and look at the planets. And you want to go to a yellow planet. See, that one looks yellow, but it's actually, if you get closer, it's green. That's out of our jump range. So we right-click and go back to where we're at. And we need to go to a star that's close to us. And if you hit W and you just start going like this is like massively out of our jump range. But every one of those lights is a star system that you can visit. Every single one, even this far out, every one of those is a star system. The immensity of this game is mind-boggling. To get back to where we should be, just hit right-click. And we'll see we're on a green planet. And technically you really can't go to green planets yet. But because of the expedition, we can. So I say right there is a yellow planet. It's a Korvax planet. I say let's go there. And more than likely, as soon as we land in there, now you can stay right there in that green system, and everything to do with your main quest line will begin in that system. And you may want to keep jumping and make star fuel until you can enter a galaxy where you're the first person who discovered it. But the main quest line has begun. So you hit X and left mouse clicked. And now the quest line begins. Incoming transmission, source unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. Identify yourself. I have no problem identifying myself. You left me. Why did you? Tell them you don't understand. These are my choices. You could choose anything you want. And in certain ways, the choices you make somehow affects the storyline a little bit. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd, just like the others. Ask who you're speaking to. There is no reply. The communicator falls silent, though the channel remains open. Coordinates received. And this is how the main quest goes. Now, you have a spaceship, and your spaceship needs fuel. And one of the fuels for your spaceship are these asteroids right there, tritium. So you need to make launch fuel, which you make with ferrite dust and the hydrogen. That would be the blue crystals you saw down on the planet. And tritium. Yeah, we don't have much of a... We need gold. So, let's see what we can repair. We need gold and platinum. And we get that from shooting these asteroids. We can also make paraffinium, but remember I sold all my stuff because I wasn't going to keep this save. That opened up 2 slots. So let's shoot some gold and some... but you get the idea how to repair your ship. But in order to get gold and platinum, these funny things like that look funny, a lot of times have platinum. It used to be it only had platinum, but now the funny looking ones have gold and platinum. But we need platinum and gold to repair the starship. So just shoot at, I would shoot asteroids until you have 10, 20, 200, 300 gold, silver, platinum. Oh, we're overheated. See up there in the upper right? This is hard. There, that took care of that. We just crashed into it. There's a lot of special ones here. But we need gold and we need platinum. And we overheated again. This is not a very good starship. Now, another thing is, let's see if we can repair the gold. Yeah, we got enough gold. We still need more gold. That was enough platinum in each one of those. So let's shoot some more asteroids. This video's running over, I know, but now be careful too, because sometimes spaceships will fly in front of you. And this is overheating really easy. See? Hear that ship? He's going to deliberately fly in front of you, even though he's a friendly. He's friendly. Let's turn around and see where he's at. You look, friendly's right there, he is. See? A friendly has a green trail. Pirates have a red trail. But what they do is they deliberately fly in front of you so you'll hit them. And that will give you bad faction with whoever is in charge of this system, which I believe it was Korvax, right? So we're getting more platinum. See, he's attempting to fly in front of you. So just keep moving, because you don't want to become a pirate. So you just try and keep him behind you. I don't know why they do that, but they do. We're almost 2 hours on this video. I might as well go the full 2 hours. So we should, I was hoping to get something to show you. I haven't seen us get it yet. There we go, tritium cluster, and we were now up in the top corner, in the left hand corner, are your shields. So that would be this one right here, and you can use sodium to repair your shields. Tritium, you can use pyrite and tritium to fill, that's the space bar. And this is to launch on and off a planet, and you can use uranium to fill that, or launch fuel. Now, did you hear that? He's shooting asteroids too. So I was hoping to get a gold nugget, and I haven't seen that yet, because I wanted to show you something. So in the beginning, you need money. And a tritium hypercluster, which we've already gotten one, but I don't think we've got a gold nugget. We haven't got a gold nugget, but a tritium hypercluster will give you tritium if you hit E on it and analyze it. And this is tritium. Now if you look, tritium sells for 6 units each. So 38 tritium is worth 228 units. Now we have 2 tritium hyperclusters. They sell for 3,280 units each. And if we go E, it'll give us $53 tritium per cluster. Well, it's worth it to sell those. The same thing with gold nuggets. Gold will give you 350 units each, and a gold nugget will give you more. So we can repair that one. We're almost completely repaired. We can make a antimatter. I don't know why that keeps clicking off. It's really weird. Because I'm right clicking. I'm tired, so I'm making silly mistakes. You don't have enough, so you can get those at the space station. But it looks like we've repaired all we can repair. So now let's follow. There was I'm not seeing it, so let's go to log and find that. There it is. Okay, if you want to control your ship, let's say you're spinning, whoopsie, say you're spinning out of control, hit S and your ship stops. You can also hold S when you're in a pirate fight, and it'll keep the pirate ship targeted. But we hit it, and you just, we're getting ready to have a pirate fight. But you just move your mouse slowly back and forth or up and down. Now they want to talk to us, and we missed it, but they were just going to say, we're going to kick your butt if you don't give us what we want. And you can do it, or you can refuse, and you're still going to have to fight them anyways. So these are pirates. So if you hit S and hold it down, it locks on. And then you just shoot, and it stays locked onto them. Now we got a pirate transponder, and we got our standing increased with the Corvex by 2, and we got repair batteries that repair our shields. Rather, instead of using sodium, we can now reuse these. And at some point, the game through the main quest line will teach you to make those. You can just go buy everything on the Anomaly with nanites, or everything you need for the game, the main quest line will give you. And the main quest line is under escape and log. This is the main quest line, is always going to be up here. And right now it is Awakenings and the Space Anomaly. So the Space Anomaly, it tells you how to get it. But we're on Awakenings because we have woke up. So we want to go to that red icon. So you just put it in your lineup, hit E, and it will, or put your thing on there and hit X, and it'll automatically target it. And then you'll fly to it. So if you just keep going and keep your finger near the W, that's the stranger's coordinates. Let's go see what we find. And this planet has salvageable scrap. And salvageable scrap is what you can use to build a spaceship, which in 2025, they gave you the ability to build a spaceship. And it will pop in your secondary missions if it hasn't already. I didn't really look at your secondary missions. So we're going to fly down to the stranger's coordinates, and it's an approximate location. Now, what happens with an approximate location is you have to get out of your ship and hit C, but you can take a peek around, and that's where the approximate location actually is. So that's where we're going to go. And then we landed on the planet, and somebody else has discovered this planet. So there it is, but we want to follow this.
Extreme Sentinel planet.
This is an extreme sentinel planet.
Extreme Sentinel planet.
So we don't want to stay there. So let's repair it and repair it. There are no signs of life. There is only the static of a broken communicator. Whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I extract is the pilot's name. Artemis. Whoever they were, they are long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans, an upgrade for my mining beam, a plasma launcher. And it tells you about the plasma launcher and how to install it. We're not going to do that. We're going to go over to the ship. Bright Song. Nice. It's a B class. It has to be repaired. That's okay. We know how to do that. Compare. This is our ship. And it shows it as it's completely repaired, which is not true. Claim ship. Now we own this ship and it is in our ship inventory, but in order to use this ship, and it's better than the one we have, we need to repair the pulse engine. So we need a hermetic seal and a metal plating, hermetic seal, and we need pure ferrite and a dihydrogen jelly. Oh, we don't have any dihydrogen. So you hit C. Now this is an extreme sentinel planet, so they're going to attack you whether you do anything or not. So we have to repair the basics of the ship. So no matter what you do, they're going to give you crap. So put G and get to mining beam and get a little bit of this. We need 50. And it's going to make him mad, so we're just going to run. Oh, he lost interest. That's beautiful. But this is an extreme sentinel planet, so we need to get out of here as soon as possible. So just keep hitting C and find that hydrogen. And we'll lose this puppy. And it's an extreme sentinel planet because there's gravitational balls. So they're coming after us. So we're going to go underground and hide from them as soon as we get some of this dehydrogen crystal. You can always get away from them. Just run. And they'll only search for you for 30 seconds. In this case, we're almost done. But it's an extreme planet, so they're everywhere and they're going to attack you no matter what you do. So we want to get out of here. Now, if they're after you, do not get in your starship until they have been deactivated, or a sentinel ship from space will attack you because you got in your ship. So do not do that. Run until it's deactivated. So they're searching. Keep hitting C because we need the hydrogen. We need to get at least 50, and I know we have that. There's also some minerals that we could get here. What is that? Phosphorus. There, they're deactivated. So, let's look back up. And don't see it, so hit C and hold down F to find our ship. And usually when it's hiding, it'll then show up your starship. So we're 400 units away. So the odds are we're going to get attacked by sentinels again, just simply because it's an extreme planet. We can't call our ship because it's broken. This is one of the songs in the game I don't like. Jeepers Creepers is what it sounds like. We do not have an advanced mining laser. There it is.
Suit power cells completed.
Need some oxygen.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
This is a hot planet.
Technology recharge.
There's a sentinel again. Hopefully we can get away. Whoa. Hello, big boy. It's like an octopus. So he's not after us. So we can get in the new ship.
Shield down.
And we need a hydrogen jelly. So now we can hermetic seal,
Technology prepared.
and we have the pure ferrite, and we made that, and that's all it takes to get us off this planet. Let's repair our hyperdrive. We need 3 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3 with D. And then we need chromatic metal. Which is probably in our other starship, maybe? Let us see, which is right beside it. Now, as you get in and out of starships, they switch. We want these. There we go, there's one. We don't have that much room. We want those. want that to make fuel. Let's go put this in the new ship. We don't have chromatic metal, but we'll see. Now we switched back to this ship, but we have this. And if we have emerald, we can make... Oh, we have copper. That'll make chromatic metal. Do we have emerald? No. I thought we had emerald. So we have to use copper to make chromatic metal. That gave us 53. It might be enough. So we had one. We made one. We still need one more. Hopefully we have it. We do not. So we need copper. But we can still leave here. Because there we go. That's 100% and that's 100%. So we can leave here. This is an extreme sentinel planet. Now we can leave our other ship because it's in our pocket. So let's go up. Because you don't want to be on an extreme maintenance, extreme sentinel planet. Now we don't have a hyperdrive, but we can. Oh, we're being contacted again. Where? Is there anyone out there? It's outside it. Something's wrong with... Ask what is wrong. I asked a stranger what is wrong. There is a moment's pause. The only sound I hear is the background hiss of cosmic radiation. You found me. There's so little light. I thought I'd never hear another soul again. I really did. How did you find my voice? Say you found a crashed ship. I tell the stranger about the abandoned starship wreck and how I found their communicator ID in the distress beacon. I begin to mention the anomalous space station, but they cut me off. It's outside. I think I'm safe. There are 16 of them and they look just... Ask where they are. Ask about the 16. 16 what? Fear and confusion danced within the eyes of the stranger. After a few moments of silence, they turned to me, imploring. You don't know who you are, do you? You... It lied to me. It lied to all of... The sound cuts out, but their face lingers on, silent, before it too fades into nothingness. This must be Artemis, and they are clearly in need of help. I need to find a way to boost their signal. So you look at your quests, the Space Anomaly, the Atlas Pass, Alone Amidst the Stars is the main storyline. That's the one you want to do. But our computer wants us. We need to install these are secondary missions and they're going to come at you non-stop. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to end this video. We're going to go to the space station and go to our base. And then we're going to end the video and I will pick up from here on the next video and we'll begin the main storyline. I was going to get rid of this save, but we've been together now 7-8 episodes, so we might as well keep it. So you have to go to the side where the stream is and the yellow thing is. Now, we have the opportunity that other ships will land and we can buy copper off of them, or there may be copper for sale in here. There is. We're going to buy it, but we need microcompressors, so we're going to buy that, and we need a couple wiring looms, so we're going to buy a few of those. We have a lot of money. How much are these? Whoa, we're not buying any wire. Well, we're going to buy one. Those are expensive. We're leaving this place, but this is cheap. We're buying it. This is cheap. We're buying it. This is cheap. We're buying it. And we're buying. And we're buying all the copper. I think we have enough computer chips. Here. There. Now our hard drive is fixed. And let's fix our shield because that's such a horrible noise. That ding, ding. Excuse me. I really need to get me one of those. And what's in our exosuit? Copper. Let's turn that into chromatic metal. Oh, we ran out of gas.
Technology recharge.
I think we need 50. To fix that shield. Boom. That horrible noise will stop. It's 21 shield. We're going to move it to there. And we'll fix this. This is a way better ship than that hauler. But so we need to hit X and go to the landing pad and go up into the planes, and we can call the hauler. And we can hit X on this and put it in our exosuit, go back to the starship. I think I'm not sure if we have rockets on our new ship, so let's take them. And these are basics, so we can't. So let's hit X and take everything out of here that we can. So let's sell a couple things that maybe are useless to us. Oh, that sac venom is way useless to us. Whoops. Well, we might as well learn a word. This is going way longer than I meant it to. We learned the word for warning. So let's find that sac venom. See, we'll sell that. That gets us a spot. That's right here. Let's sell that. Let's sell that for now. That's really easy to get. I would keep any pugnium that you get simply because I'm going to teach you how to get a sentinel ship, which is a superior ship. Let's get rid of the ammonia, the light fisher, and then we can get the rest of the stuff from this ship. You hit X on it, exosuit, we can move 5 things over. The gold, the fisher.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Darn. So one more thing. The creature pellets.
Units received.
And this.
Units received.
And this.
Units received.
Yeah, we'll get that one item. And there's nothing else we want. So we're gonna go over here. And this very first terminal, you can find, we now have 2 starships. And we don't want this one. So we're going to destroy it. Now, you can sell it and claim the scrap, or you can extract a module and then collect up modules until you can build a plane. But this is not a good one, so we're going to...
Inventory full.
Darn. Let's see. You need 6 slots open in order to... So we're going to get rid of the silver. That's 1. I'm going to get rid of the antimatter housing because I can make another one. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to get rid of the bullets.
Received.
I'm going to sell the pirate transponder because I don't have enough faction to turn it in. And I'm going to sell this. And hopefully that gives us enough. We're running on... So begin salvage. Claim scrap. Claim scrap. But they're deployed. We have enough room. Now we sold that. And we got components, which means we may. So we want to sell. So the stuff for the ship, the money for the ship is going to be in components, which is subatomic regulators. We got a little over 2 million. So there's that. And it was a spool of nano cables. And that looks like everything. So, because we sold the ship, it's gone. And it called in our current ship. So, jump in. And we have to repair all this. That's okay. We can do it. And no, we need to get out of the ship, and that saves. And I'm gonna make myself on the thing over there the way I like it and log out. Congratulations, we completed the expedition. We built a base computer. We started the main quest line. We collected our rewards at the Anomaly, and we look pretty badass. Oh, I'm sorry, potty mouth. And I'll see you next time. You have a wonderful evening, and thanks for staying with me for 2 hours and 11 minutes. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next episode.
A lot of people I work with ask me how I go